I'm gonna be dropping a lot of red pill truth bombs here today in these videos. Yes, you read that title right. If she broke your heart, it is your fault, fellas, not hers. 100% it is your fault. Now, pay attention. I did not say if she leaves you, it's your fault. I did not say if she cheats on you, it's your fault. I did not say if the spark went away, spark that women love to say, refer to. If that went away, it's your fault. I did not say if she fell out of love with you, it's your fault. I said if she breaks your heart, it's your fault. Okay? I didn't even say if she damages your properties, if she breaks your car, if she breaks your house, if she burns your house down, none of that. The only thing I said is if she breaks your heart, if she gets to you, if she gets in your head, it's your fault. The reason behind that is simple. It's because you let her. Which is why these red pill channels exist. To show men the true color and nature of women so they cannot keep getting in our head. So they cannot break our hearts. We have to be expecting what her next move is going to be. Females are very predictable, fellas. They're all basic. They all do the same exact thing. Especially these white girls running around, right? They're overrated. Every single one of them is like the exact same underneath all the looks and makeup and rear end and front end and underneath all the looks that you see from outside, underneath that they're absolutely the same. 98%, 99% of them. They're very predictable. We talk about women's nature here all the time. In a nutshell, let me just break it down to you. In a nutshell, you meet a girl, she puts you through SHIT test. You have to go up to her. You have to pass all her SHIT tests. You have to take her out on a date. You have to make sure that you press all her right buttons to turn her on. Then you all hook up. Then you guys have your fun. Then you start the relationship. Then the relationship is going through the cupcake phase. Both of you are happy and just can't stop texting each other all the time. I have a buddy in my class. Now I'm in STEM major, and this guy, like, we are in our junior year, finishing up our junior year, and we're going through some very hard classes. And instead of paying attention to the lecture, this guy is texting his girlfriend all class long, every single class pretty much. And then he puts his phone down and looks over my notes to write down what the professor wrote down on the board, because by the time he gets to writing it down, the professor already erased it all. And he has no clue what's going on in the class because he's lost. He's not paying attention. And they've been dating for the past 7 or 8 months. That's still the cupcake phase, fellas. So you go through that phase, right? Where it's just like you guys are irresistible of each other. Like you can't not say I love you to each other every 5 minutes. Or every hour you have to check up on each other and this and that. You know the cupcake phase, what it is, right? You guys get it on 5 times a day, 10 times a weekend, go see each other every other day or every day. This guy hangs out with his girlfriend every single day. I already know that it's going to crash on him hard. All of this, the breakup is going to be bad for him. I already know that, but I'm not going to tell him that. Because the saddest part of this guy to me was that he wrote the book The Rational Male by Rollo Tomassi. The whole book, he read it, and then he started dating this chick. And he's doing every single thing that we tell you guys not to do. That's why I'm just like, all right, I'm not even going to bother telling him what's coming in front of him. Because he read the whole book. And he laughs about it. I'm like, yeah, I read it, whatever. Okay. So, that tells you right there, fellas, is that, and he's a STEM major. He's a smart dude, right? We're in our junior year. We're finishing up our junior year, halfway through the semester. So we're all smart people here. And he's making these kind of mistakes. So that tells you right there that men, in a vast majority of men, are doing the exact same thing. We're letting them get to us, fellas. It's because the power of what's in between their legs is very powerful. It's very powerful. There's a reason why prostitution is one of the oldest form of trade, of business. Because men will go above and beyond to get it from women. Told you guys once, twice, and I'm telling you again, the drive to procreate, to have sex, is the strongest drive men have. Which is why I try to redirect that energy into positive hobbies, career paths, and life decisions to better yourself. That's why I try to redirect that energy into doing these things instead in this channel. That's why I try to show you guys women's nature. That's what all these red pill channels are trying to show you guys women's nature, women's true color. She's not yours. It's just your turn, brother. That's what you have to understand. You cannot be sitting there thinking that, oh man, this is the one, I can see myself in the future with her, just because she's been feeding you all this crap, fellas. In the cupcake phase, that's what every single woman does. She keeps feeding you all this BS day in and day out. And as I mentioned, the cupcake phase can last anywhere from 2 weeks all the way up till 6 years. So that's a long time. The average cupcake phase lasts around 2 years. 1 year to 2 years. So let's say even just 1 year, that's a long period of time, especially if you're talking to her every single day. That's a long time for her to keep feeding you all this crap, of this nonsense. This is why you need to start taking red pill knowledge every single day, at least one video a day. I don't care what red pill content creator you watch this video from, but at least one pill a day. So you're ready, so that your memory is refreshed every day to know what's out there. Because there's going to be traps like this of people feeding you BS, your friends, your society. Your friends are going to say, oh man, that's just not the right girl. You just haven't found the right girl yet. Go try again. That's what society is going to tell you. That's what women are going to tell you. Women are going to tell you, oh, I'm not the one. I'm not like everybody else. I will never do that to you. All this BS that people keep feeding you, you have to fight against all this by taking in red pill knowledge every single day. Otherwise, you're going to get back into the blue pill world. They're going to suck you right back in. It's because there's so much of blue pill knowledge out there versus so little of red pill knowledge out there. You have to condition your mind, fellas. That's all it comes down to. You cannot have high expectations out of these chicks, out of Western women. Even Eastern women, no women in general, you should never have high expectations from. No people in general either, but women more in general than men, because men tend to be more loyal to other men than women tend to be more loyal to other men. The reason is simple, is because back in the tribal days, back in the caveman days, men had to be together to hunt. So one man had to look out for one man had to watch another man's back, because that other man's going to watch his back sooner or later. Otherwise they'll get killed. So that's why I believe men more than I believe women. Any day, any given day. Also, men don't have to cry and do all sorts of drama to make other people believe them. If it's a crazy story, doesn't matter how much the man is crying, you're not going to believe him. But if it's a woman, as soon as tears start coming out of her eyes, oh, we'll believe every single word that comes out of her mouth. So there's another reason. So fellas, I was in that boat of getting my heart broken, and it's my fault. I take full responsibility for it now. Back then, when I was first going through the heartbreak, I blamed all of it on her, but it's really all of it is on me. And you have to accept this, fellas. The hardest part of swallowing this red pill truth is acceptance. That's the last stage of red pill. You go through all the stages and then you finally come to the acceptance stage. And in my opinion, that was the hardest stage for me. But I promise you, as soon as you accept it, and you really have to accept it, fellas, you really have to accept it. And it's not going to be just one day kind of thing. It's going to be a process, a few weeks, few months kind of thing. You're slowly accepting these things. Maybe you start accepting females' nature first, then you start accepting what they do, then you start accepting how they lie. You see what I'm going with this? But once you fully accept all of this, You're going to be much more happier and much more content with your life than you have ever been. Fellas, female are hypergamists. It's the survival of the fittest. They're going to look out for themselves, and so will you have to, and you will have to do the same. Everybody's looking out for themselves, so you cannot be sitting here blaming somebody else for breaking your heart. Why did you let her break your heart? In my opinion, I've already made a video about this, the power of not caring, right? Go check it out, or how to not give your power away, something like that. It all comes down to care, right? Stop caring. Who cares if she walks out? Who cares if she cheats? Who cares if you walk in on her? Now, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be things you should not care about in your life at all. I'm not saying that at all. There's plenty of things you should be caring about. Your health, your body, your finances, your career path, your business, looking after your family, like the what you call it, the handicapped people in your family, the people who cannot take care of themselves in your family. Yeah, you have to take care. You have to care about them. But I'm talking about caring about other people, people who don't pay your bills, people who have no significance in your life, people who never saved your life, people who never came to save your life in your rough days, people who were not there for you when you needed them the most. Why would you care about these people? Why? Why would you spend so much money on these people? Your homeboys, who was there for you when you're getting just absolute trash faced and you couldn't even walk, you were throwing up everywhere. He dragged your rear end to the truck and brought you home. Your homeboy who stuck up next to you when when some other dude came to fight you, and he said, "Bro, I got your back." Your homeboy who was your wingman. Your homeboy who bought you food when y'all went out and you left your wallet at home or you were short with money. Why aren't you buying him gifts? Why aren't you giving him gifts on his birthday? No, that doesn't make you gay. That's the person who cares for you. That's the person who's there when nobody else was there. Why aren't you reciprocating the same energy to him instead of draining your wallet down on these chicks who don't even care if you even die? If you die to go save a girl, if a chick is walking out in the middle of the street and a bus is coming to hit her, you push her off and you get hit by the bus instead and you die, the chick is gonna look back at you, shrug her shoulder, and walk off. Maybe call 911. That's it. Maybe stick around there for 1 more hour, 2 more hours. That's it. She's gonna move on with her life. She doesn't care. That's why I will never ever save women again. If a woman is getting beaten by a man, 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, you guys might want to check this out. There's this chick getting her rear end handed to her by this dude. I don't know what's going on, but she probably did something to piss him off. So she probably deserves it, but you guys probably want to come check it out. Yeah, this is the address, whatever. All right, I gotta go, bye. That's it. Move on. Don't step in. Do not step in. What has she done for you? Nothing. It's your fault, fellas. You have to accept, you have to be responsible. We already know women will never be responsible or accountable. Even when the truth comes out, even when their fault is looking right at them, they will still look away and say, "Oh, I wasn't happy. That's why I cheated on him. Oh, I didn't know that I was supposed to do X, Y, and Z. That's why I didn't do it." There's always some sort of excuse. They will never accept it, ever. Or they'll just flat out call you a liar and say, "No, that never happened." So it's us who have to be responsible. It's us who have to be accountable for our own actions. Women can get away with that. We can't. We'll end up put in jail. We'll end up in the side of the street. So we have to be smart with our wallet. We have to be smart with our words, with our approaches. Don't let this women toy you, fellas. Be smart. Think with your big head. Hope this video made sense. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this video to your friends. Until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and above all, stay classy.